What's going on again, guys? Welcome back to Wild West Cards and Collectibles. Okay, guys, so I have been meaning to make some content. I've been a little stressed. I've had so many different things kind of moving and changing in my life that I've had to really take some time to kind of focus on what are my priorities and how can I best utilize, my collection and my investments to start focusing more, how should I say, like precisely and executing in a much more quick time pace to accomplish the goals, that I have set in those priorities, basically. So anyway, long story short, one of the things that I came to is that I've really have over this last year and a half of beginning to collect and invest and to develop this concept and idea for Wild West Cards and Collectibles and to develop somewhat of like the beginning nature of this business, that one of the bigger things that I need right now is a greater level of like home stability, right? And so my having invested over the last year and a half, I have been able to grow, my collection's value pretty significantly through doing things like what we're about to go through right now. Okay. And that is by card grading. I kind of went on a long intro. This is actually going to be a reveal video for a 10 card grading submission that I put in through PSA. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a PSA submission, but I put it in through Gamestop. I have to say, like, it's always so intimidating, and I don't really like dealing with the GameStop employees. I don't trust that they're going to take really great care of the cards. I always have some weird feeling that something's fishy or something not good's going to happen. And even with the changes and things that have been going on with GameStop and PSA, at the end of all of it, I'm going to give you my feedback on where I stand with it. I'm not going to give my opinion on it just this second. We're going to go through this submission really quick first. But yeah, I've done 2 submissions through GameStop now. This is the second. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's see what we ended up getting. All right. Let's see. Which card was this? It's going to be kind of tough because it's going to be kind of tough for me to hide this stuff because I stuck prices on them. So when I flip them over, it's going to kind of tell what grade they are. Anyway, we're going to just go for it. I'm going to just flip them over right away. I'm not going to do some big crazy reveal and talk about the card and all that kind of stuff. I will just go ahead and say straight from the beginning that I am 100% happy with the submission. Yes, I did already go ahead and look at the grades. I'm 100% happy. Any card that I got less than a 10 on was a card I was prepared to get less than a 10 on. It was one of the ones where we all know when we send cards, if you look at any Pokemon card close enough, you can almost find a defect with every single Pokemon card. There's just that some human being could identify, look at, and call a defect. Let's just put it that way. So there's just really never a situation where you're going to, you can't expect a 100% certain result just looking at all the cards yourself. And because there's been times where I've looked at cards 3 times and on the 4th time, I noticed something on the card that I never noticed the other 3 times. And then I'm like, well, did I do that the last time that I held it? Like, what the heck? But anyway, let's get into these cards, guys. Let's show you what we did. Let's see if we grew some value. I need to be able to edit this video better. It's probably not going to happen on this video, but where I post the little dollar values and where we started, where we went. I'll kind of try to like mention it as I'm going through each slab so that we have a good understanding a little bit. I have the prices on them so we can talk about the prices right there. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Shut up, Nick, and just get it done. All right, I'm rambling too much. Okay, here we go. First card. All right, the first card is a sick one. All right, this is the Eevee promo from Prismatic Evolutions ETB. All right, let's see on the Eevee promo. Shakalaka bam! We got the 10. Shakalaka bam. Yes. Beautiful card. I picked these promos up somewhere around, I would say, $9 on average over time. And yeah, they're tough to find. Like a lot of these promos, they've got these like something happens to the corners where you get this glint of the hollow. And that glint of the hollow drives me bananas, because that's like, oh, it makes it so hard to get these cards actually to grade in a 10. And I know earlier on they were getting 10s a lot easier, but I don't think they're getting them quite so easy anymore. So I was really, this one I knew was solid and looked great, so I was really happy that it got the, definitely one that I expected. I didn't want to say expect, but this was one of the ones where I would have been disappointed if it did not get a 10. All right, let's see. Next card. Boom. Here we go. I came into the hobby with this set, so this is a cool card. Let's take a look. Bam! Celebrations Pikachu. Oh yeah, right. I didn't even get to finish. So, $9 for the card, $20 to grade the card. And so we're at a total investment on that card for about 30 bucks, 32 if you count a little tax or something like that in there. 32 to 110. 32 to 110 is a good jump. All right, back to my Pikachu. All right, Celebrations Pikachu. Let's go. Let's go. We did get the PSA 10. Oh, I was so excited and happy that this card got the 10. It has also jumped up in value pretty nicely. I know people say they hate the stamps. I'm not going to lie. I didn't love the 25th anniversary stamp when I first came back into the hobby back in like 2020, and the 25th anniversary came around. I didn't say I loved it, but I still loved the nostalgic nature of the cards. Like, it didn't bother me that it was there. Like, did I wish it wasn't there? Maybe a little, but it did need to be identified as different from the actual vintage card. You know, I don't like when cards look so closely together that, you know, there's things could be happening that shouldn't be happening. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, we got a 10. Woohoo, Pikachu celebration. Happy birthday to Nick, right? Because guess what? We paid probably 15 bucks for this Pikachu card. Yeah, probably 15. I think I paid 15 bucks. Again, 20 to grade. 15 plus 20 is $35. $35. $35. $35 to 205. I'll take it. Let's go. Wrong way. Anyway. Okay, I want to change some of this up just a little because I know how this go. Because I graded a couple of doubles. Yep. Perfect. All right, so let's check them out. All right, so this is a card that I think is pretty epic, and I think it's going to end up having its day where it does some more crazy moves. I'm not gonna lie, I expected it to be a little bit higher than, like, by now than it is now. And that is Shakalaka Bam! Umbreon from Celebrations. All right, so this one got the 9. It's all right. Let's see, what was up with this one? I think it was like off-centered a little or something, top to bottom maybe. Or, I don't know, wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's just on the, I was like, what's that white dot? That's not on the card itself. I'm like, this fucking card had no white corner. Maybe there's a little white corner there. I think it probably could have gotten the 10, but either way, it was still okay. I mean, I think I paid like around 65, 60. I paid around an average of 60 for all the Gold Star Celebrations Umbreons that I bought. God, I wish I would have bought them all at $10. PSA 10's at 50. But anyway, we missed out. You live and you learn. And now I've watched and like been like, oh, I kind of wish I could put money into this card right now, and had that intuition be correct so often that now I've been acting on that intuition and it's been working out really well still. So anyway, yeah, 60 bucks, 20 to grade, 80 up to 110. We're still up a little bit on that card, but we definitely didn't make, you know, crazy money. But luckily, like I said, I grade in 2s or 3s of cards I really liked. It just gives a much better opportunity that you're going to get the 10s that you want, right? Of course, we don't want 9s, but I think it just makes more sense. It just makes more sense to me. Give them several options that look like they could be great 10s. Give them an option that's an easy 9. Take the 9. Pray that the other ones get the 10s you hope that they get. That's kind of how I try to do it. All right. Next card, which is also the Gold Star Umbreon. Boom! There we go. We got the 10. That's basically exactly what I really hope for. I mean, you know, when you send doubles, you do definitely hope that you get like at least a couple doubles of 10s. In this case, we did not. In this case, we did not, but we did get a 10, right? So again, $60, 20 to grade, 80 bucks invested, up to 330, $250 profit, I think, something like that. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid. We'll take that. We're going to save these for a second. All right, this next one is the 151 ETB promo Snorlax. I have graded this card in a 10. I did think this card had a pretty solid shot at a 10, but I did also know that this was one. I threw the Eevee and this card in at the end, hoping that at least one of the two would for sure get the 10. And one of the two did get the 10. I did hope it was this one versus the Eevee. I would have been happier with the Eevee being a 9 and this being the 10. But even being a 9, I'm really actually surprised at how low it is. They must have just so many of them graded or something like that. So anyway, I think that card definitely has a lot of room to grow. And, you know, that's the point of even grading cards like this, is it's like at the value that you get the 9s, you're going to make a little bit, because I think I probably paid 10 bucks for this card and then 20 to grade it. So I made $10, right? Nothing crazy, but I am up on it a little bit, and it will be easy to move, right? It'll be a very, very easy card to sell or trade. It's one that a lot of people would love to just own cheaply, a cheap PSA 9 slab. It's a good mint copy to keep in your collection at a very cheap price. It costs $25 alone just to grade a card these days. So, and I think the promo itself is probably closer to 30 bucks now. So anyway, moving on. My arm's getting tired holding this up. It's been 12 minutes and 24 seconds. The camera's going to start shaking. I'm going to have to start using this thing to hold my arm up. I got to get a better, like I have a tripod right here, but it just doesn't work when you're going back and forth very well. I got to get like a double setup, and I'm just not there yet, you guys. We're working on it. All right, so this is a card that I didn't grade in a PSA 10, but I ended up buying the English PSA 10 version of this card at a great value, at almost this price, honestly, before the big tag team surge. And that was Charizard and Braixen, Tag Team GX. I knew there was like a little something up here, I think. I can't remember where it was, if it was on the, no, it was on the front, I think. I can't remember where it was, but there was something on it that I noticed where I'm like, maybe it'll get by, maybe get the 10. I was kind of hoping we'd get the 10 on this one, but we didn't. Either way, it's all good. Again, another card we got at a great value that we were able to go ahead and, yeah, get graded into a 9. Should be an easy mover. Made a couple bucks. Oh my God. I'm not going to show that one just yet. All right. Next doubles. Prismatic stamped Umbreon PSA 9. I think this is a slept on card. I know that it will be a slept on card because I think it's still under 20 bucks. You can still buy the stamped Umbreon card for under $20. Guys, that card, you have to pull it. You have to pull it in a prismatic product that is about to become very expensive. Yeah, the sealed copies of these, if you can buy them at that 20 bucks, like how much money do you have in your pocket? Like buy as many as you can get. Buy as many as you can get. You have to pull it. People might hate on it right now, but this card's going to have a really good day for sure with that starting price. I have a very strong feeling about that. But yeah, we got us a PSA 9 version that's worth freaking dirt right now, which actually we would definitely, that's the one slab that I think for sure I lost money on. Just a tiny bit, but which I think is just lame. I think this card should be worth more. There's 9 different cards you can hit in the surprise box. So it's not the best odds that you're going to hit the Umbreon. And I have a feeling that they seeded them not that great. You know what I mean? There's a lot of them out there right now, but I would say less Umbreon significantly than like the Prismatic Eevee, right? But technically that Eevee from the Prismatic ETB is selling a little bit more in a 10, which, like I said, I think there's probably way more of them. And this one is kind of neat because it's got kind of a really cool serial number. Check this out. I mean, I don't say cool in the sense because I don't like 666 is cool, but all of my freaking slabs had that freaking 666 on them, but it's so interesting. 149, 666, 500. Mike Jones gonna hit the flow. Dang, that's a good hit. That was good. Again, 1 out of 2, right? 1 out of 2. Okay, we're at our final 2. I got to get moving because I'm trying to, like I said, I'm going to go to a card show today. I posted a little video earlier. I'm going to go to a card show today. I'm going to try and sell many of these cards as I can. I have a project of a property up north that I can utilize much more effectively as a home base and have be storage, all that kind of stuff. And so I need to be able to move some of the leverage that I've created within the TCG space and take that energy and push it into another really beautiful investment that I have the opportunity to help grow and to build up to help even stay as a foundation underneath this one. So that's what we're going to do. Moving on to the last 2 cards. I'm going to try to show these ones together because this one is kind of crazy. Like this set of cards, I think is going to do insanely well. Like I don't really want to sell these yet. I would take some good offers at the show today, but it's like I'm almost just kind of curious how people respond. Like I want to show them to some people and just see how people think about it because it's still early. These cards are kind of like still early, but I have like it's just kind of crazy to wonder what they'll be in the future. Let's see. Boom! Japanese Mew. Japanese Mewtwo. PSA 10, 666 498. 666 499. Guys, that is a crazy sequential set. And these cards have like, they're doing a crazy run up right now. Like even the Mew, I think I woke up this morning and it was almost a $600 card. It went up over almost $100 overnight for the PSA 10 of this Japanese Mew. And it's just been kind of on this crazy steady with this 151 surge, even with some stuff kind of like leveling off and even dipping down a little bit. Not these. So anyway, guys, if I look a little tired, it's because I really am. I've not been sleeping the greatest. I've just been burning the candle at both ends, to absolutely say the least. But it's working out really well. I'm getting a lot done. Everything is beautiful. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Guys, we're going to be doing, hold on, where do I have it? I think I have it somewhere close by. Where is it? Oh, wait. Yeah, it's in my freaking case. Dang it. We're going to do this. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Boom! All right, there she is, guys. We're almost there. We're almost at our 100 subscribers. We're almost at 100 subscribers. When we get to that 100 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away this PSA 9 Celebrations Gold Star Greninja with a partial swirl. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Just please make sure that you are liked, commented, and subscribed. If you could find the short, I don't have that many videos, that has the Gold Star Greninja, it'd be helpful if you could go comment there, because I need to figure it out, because YouTube doesn't show me everybody that's subscribed. If you have yourself hidden from being able to be seen, I can't see you, and I'm not that smart yet to figure out how to find everybody outside of that to like be able to do the raffle correctly. I want to make sure that everybody that is subscribed or that has commented is able to be entered and has that chance to win. But yeah, thank you guys so much again. I'm almost at 20 minutes. I've been meaning to do a long form video for a while, and I definitely needed to do it before I went and potentially sold some of these cards. So yeah, love you guys all. Thank you guys for sticking around. We'll catch you back on the next one.